Hi everyone, this is Ann. I thought I would do a video today on two drugstore products that have really helped me to reduce my under eye bags and also reduce my under eye circles. I should say too that I am not a medical professional at all, so I always encourage everybody to do their own research. I am just sharing with you what has worked for me personally. So about 2 years ago, I noticed that I did have some bagging of my under eye area between my lash line down to my orbital bone. It was kind of sticking out and bagging. So I got online and looked up some things that I know that those can be caused by fat, and as we age, the fat kind of bulges out. And so I did some research on what can help to kind of shrink the fat, and there's a product that I went out and purchased at the drugstore, and I will link all products below. It's by Nivea, and this retails for around $14 or $15, and you just use a tiny bit of it. It's the Nivea Skin Firming Concentrate. And this stuff, I just put a tiny bit just right on my bag. I don't get it too close to my eyes because you don't want to get this in your eyes. It's not meant for the eye area, but I figured if it can help smooth out cellulite and things like that on other areas, that it might help on my under eye bags. So I just put a tiny bit, and it comes in a pump, and it's just a gel formulation, and it's just clear. It absorbs nicely. It is a little bit oily, and so it's a little bit slick when you first put it on. So you want to use just a tiny bit because you don't want to end up with it, you know, down on your cheeks, because I don't want to get rid of the fat that's in my cheeks, because then, you know, my face would sag or something worse than it does now. So I just use a tiny bit of this, and I would dot it just right on that bag area, and just dot it on there just a tiny bit and let it soak in. And I would do this after I had applied any other products that I was going to apply, like Retin-A or whatever I apply at night. I would put this on last because I didn't want to apply other products over it and end up smearing it in areas that I didn't want to lose fat in my face, if that makes sense. I just used it there for a while, about 1.5 to 2 years ago. Probably, I don't know, once a week, or I started out using it a couple nights a week, and then I noticed that they just kind of shrunk right up, and I didn't need this, but maybe once a week for a couple months, or maybe a month or so, and then I honestly haven't even used it on that area since. I do also use this on my love handle area. Anytime I notice that they're, you know, not looking so good, I rub a little bit of this on, massage it in at nighttime or in the morning, and it helps to kind of just smooth everything out, and almost like it just kind of shrinks the fat. So if you suffer from under eye bags and you're thinking of going in and having surgery, you might want to give this a try, just on the off chance that it might possibly work for you. I think it worked for me. And again, just be very careful not to get it in your eyes, because it's not really meant for the eye area. So just be very careful about that. And then for under eye circles, what I like to use from the drugstore is a Palmer's product, and I actually have two forms of it. This is a fade cream. If you watch my other videos, I know you've probably heard me talk about this product for years, and I really think that this has helped to just even my entire skin tone and really help to fade the darkness that I had directly underneath my eyes. And I use the Palmer's Fade Milk, which is a lotion. I also use their Fade Cream, which is a thicker cream. These have 2% hydroquinone in them, so if you're against that ingredient, you know, you might want to look into some natural fade creams, and I will list a few natural ones below as well in the description box, because I have used those and like those pretty well. I just tend to like these a little bit better with the hydroquinone, and I mix a little bit of the Fade cream in with my Retin-A and my Benigma cream at night, and I just apply that all over my face, my neck, the backs of my hands, and my chest area, just to help lighten dark spots and just even the tone of my skin. And I do bring it right up to underneath my eyes. Again, you don't want to get this in your eyes because it might harm your eyes. So avoid getting it in your eyes, but I bring it right up to where I would get under eye circles. And I do not have any darkness there at all since I started using these products. So these are relatively cheap. I want to say they're like $6 or something. So I will link everything below. And I read somewhere that using hydroquinone can either fade darkness underneath your eyes by 60% or that it works in 60% of the people that use it. I'm not sure which it was, but it works for some people. It may not work for everyone, but it worked for me, and I no longer have to worry about concealing any darkness underneath my eye area. I only get a little bit of darkness on this inner area because I don't want to get the product too close to my eyes, so I don't put it right up against my eye area there. So I do still have a little bit of darkness there, which is easily covered with some concealer, but it has gotten rid of the darkness that I had underneath my eyes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you try these, just be very careful not to get them in your eye. These have worked wonders for getting rid of my under eye circles and under eye bags, and if you try them, I really hope that they work for you as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this.